And now it's time to transform your life in 15 minutes. Here's your host, Pia McAdams.
Good morning, and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. I am Pia, and I'm an author. I'm also a certified life coach and an accounting professor. My specialties is personal finance and also fitness, small business, personal finance, and also fitness. And I want to welcome you to this live broadcast of Transform Your Life. This is where we are doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. All right, so for today, I hope you have your pens and paper ready. I know it is a Monday morning and you're up bright and early, and it's good to see you guys, but you're ready to go, right? Because you are ready to achieve results. You are ready to get the success that you know and want and deserve in your life. And so I know you're ready to go. So for this month, in case you're just now joining me, by the way, welcome. As you can tell, I'm so excited to be doing this broadcast because I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you, because guess what? This stuff works. If you just put a little bit of time into it, it's going to work. It's going to get you whatever it is that you want. So what we're talking about this month is self-discipline, all right? And that is the key to achieving anything that your heart desire, is having that self-discipline. All right, so today specifically, we're going to be talking about what is the plan that you have that you're going to develop to get exactly what it is that you want. So hopefully you watched the broadcast recordings from last week where we actually talked a little bit more detail about self-discipline, because what I did was before the weekend came in, I gave you an activity for you. If you could have anything that your heart desire, what is it that you would want? Okay. So I hopefully took some time over this weekend to think about that, because starting today, we're going to be telling you and give you plans on how to get exactly what it is that you want. All right. So go ahead and grab your pen and paper if you haven't already, and let's take notes, because today we're going to be talking about goal setting. Okay. Specifically, we're going to make sure that your goals are SMART. Okay. So SMART is an acronym, and that's SMART. Don't want to take anything for granted. So what you want to do is on your paper, you want to actually write it down. Okay. So write it in the vertical format. So SMART. Now the S stands for specific. Okay. Specific. You want to make sure that your goals is specific. You don't want to say things like, I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight do you want to lose? Okay, so you want to be specific. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds, whatever it is. You want to make sure that your goal is specific. All right, so that's the first attribute. The second one is measurable. Okay, measurable. You want to be able to quickly tell if you've been able to achieve that goal. All right. So in other words, if let's say that you want to lose 20 pounds, well, you can actually get on the scale at the very beginning, and then you can, of course, get on the scale at the end, and you can measure that you've actually achieved the goal. So you want to make sure that your goals are measurable. So make sure it's specific and make sure it's measurable. The third one is you want to make sure that it's achievable. Okay. You want to make sure that you're able to achieve the goal. Now, what this means is this: if you have a challenging goal, it's going to be motivating. If it's an impossible goal, guess what? It's demotivating. All right. So make sure it's something that's achievable, something that you can specifically achieve. Okay. So in other words, if anyone's able to do it, guess what? You are too. All right. It just requires a self-discipline. So we have specific goals, make sure that it's measurable, and make sure that they're achievable. Now the R. The R stands for results oriented. And this is very, very important. Okay. You want to make sure that you focus on the results, not the activity. Okay, so make sure that it's results oriented. And what this means is this. Let me give you an example. Improve communication skills. That's the result. Okay, attending a communication skill training program or workshop, that's an activity. You want to focus on the result, because guess what? You can actually do the activity and not get the results. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for you. All right, so far we have make sure that your goals, they're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, and they're results oriented. And then the last one is that it's time specific. Okay, set a deadline on when it is that you want to achieve the goal. So for instance, I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of March. Okay, so make sure that it has a time specific, make sure that time is incorporated in it so that there's a deadline. All right, so those are the attributes of making sure that you actually achieve your goals. And one more time, let's review. Make sure your goals are specific, okay? Make sure that they're measurable. Make sure that they're achievable. Make sure that's result oriented, and then make sure that it's time specific. And then just some little bonus points, because I think I have a little bit more time left. Not a lot, but I have a little bit more time left. Just some bonus points here. Make sure that you write your goals down. Make sure that you keep them with you. Make sure that you share them. Okay, and when I say share them, I'm not saying being like going around telling everybody about your goals. I'm saying, in other words, you don't want to keep it. You want to keep your main goals to yourself, but you want to share that you are actually that you have the goals. In other words, I wouldn't share, and this is something that I say personally. I don't recommend you go out and just share like, oh, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds by blah blah blah, but you may just share that you are you're on a journey, you're on a weight loss journey, and you're trying to lose weight. Okay, so you want to make sure you share them, because that's going to provide the accountability for you. All right, then you also want to make sure that you keep them balanced. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have your goals balanced. And when I say balance, you want to make sure that you have a goal in all the areas of your life. Okay, so not just your physical. You want to make sure you have your mental, your spiritual, your relationship, your finance. So make sure that you have balanced goals. You also want to make sure that the goals are congruent. Okay, so you don't want to make sure that they're that they work with each other. You don't want to make sure that one is going to conflict with the other goal. And then last but not least, you want to get accountability. All right, get accountability, because accountability is going to help you to make sure that you achieve your goals. And for a lot of you, I've been getting a lot of messages on text messaging, particularly with the Facebook. By the way, thank you guys on Facebook. I mean, I guess I am doing this live, so I shouldn't be surprised about the amount of messages from Facebook. But you've been asking about my coaching. Yes, I do provide coaching services. I don't really talk about them here on my live because I'm not trying to advertise per se, but I mentioned that I'm a coach. So if you do want information, then go ahead and message me, and I will be more than happy to explain with you about my coaching services. I provide personal one-on-one coaching and also group coaching as well. So if you are interested in inquiring within. And guys, please share this information. Like, the information I'm sharing with you is some of the things that I talk about, or actually I do in my coaching services. It's just obviously I go into more detail, and it's more customized to what it is that you want to achieve. And guess what? You will get results. Okay? You will get results. If you're having trouble trying to put all this together, because I know you understand when I'm sharing this, matter of fact, I can start transition to the part, right? This information I'm sharing with you, this is not anything that you don't know about, right? This is stuff that you've heard about that works. But for some of you, you're having a hard time, like you get motivated and you say, oh, I know how to do this. Okay, yeah, I can do this and that and the other. But over time, your motivation lacks down and you just can't figure out what's going on. Sorry, it's getting dark, but I'm kind of transitioning here. Well, that's where coaching comes in. That's where it helps you, because guess what? Having that outside person, that outside professional that's actually keeping you accountable, making sure that you're doing what it is that you need to do. If you have questions about anything specifically, that's where the key comes in. Now, obviously, I'm also giving you the key, because the key for you is to have discipline. If you have the discipline, then guess what? You can achieve your goals. But if you're lacking the discipline, okay, if you're lacking the other things I'm talking about, or if you're having trouble setting goals, that's where the coaching comes in. But I'm actually coaching you right now in a live format. It's just that it's not individualized. But guess what? The information I'm providing for you will work for you if you want it to work for you. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the second portion of the broadcast, and this is the yoga. This is where we're doing our mind-body connection. So before we get started, I want you to take 3 deep breaths, get yourself centered, grounded, and aligned. Okay, 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. And by the way, because it's been a while, let's talk about a little bit about Ujjayi breathing. Matter of fact, I need to do either a live or a video on how to breathe, because a lot of people don't know how to breathe. Like, I'm explaining it to you really quickly, but I think I want to do something more in depth so you can actually know what Ujjayi and deep breathing is, because it's very, very important. It's an important aspect of your life, because guess what? Without breathing, without oxygen, then obviously you can't live, right? Remember I told you about the rule of 3? Okay, you can survive 3 minutes without breathing. Well, it's very important that you get quality breath, where a lot of us, we breathe from our chest. As I'm talking really fast, I'm breathing from my chest. When I slow down and I become, grounded and aligned, not that I'm not, but what I'm saying, grounded and aligned, I'm breathing from my diaphragm, and that's what I mean by Ujjayi breath. Okay, nice deep Ujjayi breath. Your diaphragm, on the inhale, let's just get really specifics and just kind of explain it to you in layman's term. As you inhale, okay, your belly is going to expand out as your diaphragm makes its way up toward the chest cavity. Okay, so your belly is going to expand out on the inhale. As your belly expands out and the diaphragm goes up, then your chest is going to rise. Okay, that's on the inhale. And as you exhale, the reverse happens. Your chest is going to go in, and then your belly is going to go in. And by the way, just really quickly, if you're laying down and put your hands on your belly, then you can actually practice this. Like, it's easier to practice either laying. You can do it sitting up too, but laying down for me was easiest when I learned like years back. Laying down, just kind of putting your hands on your belly, and then just making sure as you inhale, your belly expands out. Okay, so that's what I mean by deep ujjayi breaths, and it requires practice. And then over time, then it becomes a habit, right? Practice, perfect practice makes perfection. Not all the time, but a lot of times. Okay, but basically you want to practice it, and as you practice it, then it becomes a habit, and then you'll have to think about it. Like, it seems like I'm breathing from my chest when I'm talking really fast, but because I've been practicing doing ujjayi breaths, I know how to use quality breath, okay? All right, so make sure that you're centered, ground, and aligned, and then also make sure you set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish for this next 3 minutes, all right? And once you do that, I thought I had my music on, but I guess I didn't. Go ahead and meet me on the mat. All right, give me a second here. It's going to be a little bit too loud. All right, so we're going to come into tabletop. Palms directly underneath your shoulders, knees are directly underneath your hips. Head is natural alignment of the spine, which, by the way, is a nice neutral position. Again, you've already centered and grounded and aligned yourself. You set your intention. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin down to your chest. You're going to round through your spine and tuck your tailbone under. Again, as you inhale, your head and chest comes forward, arch your back. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin down to your chest and round through the spine. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep breath. Inhaling through your nose, head and chest comes forward. This time as we exhale, we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to take it to downward facing dog. And start to pedal your legs. Now you want to make sure you keep your head in line with your bicep, pressing your chest toward your thighs and your knees, relaxing your shoulders, taking them down and away from your ears. All right, I want you to slowly start to walk your feet in toward your palms. Keep your palms down flat, so if you need to, go ahead and bend your knees. And then I want you to slowly round it up, taking it one vertebrae at a time, just making sure that your head is the last to rise. And let's come into Tadasana, which is the mountain pose. So you want to make sure that your feet are together or slightly distance apart. You want to make sure that your head is a natural extension of your spine. Pretend like there's a string from the crown of your head that's pulling it straight up toward the sky, shoulders drawn down and back. And as we inhale, we're going to take the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to swan dive your body forward. As we inhale, we're going to look up halfway. As you exhale, you're going to flatten out the palms and step back, right, left into the plank. As you continue exhaling, go ahead and release down your knees, your chest, and your chin. As we inhale, we're going to take it up to the cobra. And as we exhale, we're going to curl the toes under and take it to downward facing dog. And again, start to pedal. Make sure you're breathing nice, deep ujjayi breaths. Remember, if there's any tension, strains, or stress in your body, go ahead and address those at this time. Now we're going to take our fingertips and walk it back to the toes. And as we inhale, we're going to take it all the way up. Exhale, swan dive the body forward. Inchworm out to the plank. Release down your knees, your chest, and your chin. Inhale to cobra. Relax the shoulders. Take it all the way down. So we take it up. We're going to look over that right shoulder. And then take it all the way down. Again, this time, over that left shoulder. And take it all the way down. Curl those toes under and take it to downward facing dog. Inchworm it all the way back. Inhale, take it all the way up. Arch back. Exhale, dive the body forward. Inchworm out to the plank. Release your knees, your chest, your chin. Inhale up to the cobra. Exhale, release it all the way down. Now extend the arms back. Go ahead and bend that right leg. Take your hand and clasp the ankle, and then bend the left leg. Now feel free to stay here. Otherwise, on the exhale, take it all the way up. And release it down. Looking over toward your right. Let's do that again. Head comes in natural alignment in your spine. Go ahead and bend that right foot. Take the hand and clasp the right ankle. Then bend the left leg. Take the hand and clasp the ankle. Feel free to stay here. Otherwise, on the exhale, lift your thighs, lift your chest, and take it up. Now, if it feels comfortable for you, you can rock. You don't have to. Remember, just do what feels comfortable. And then go ahead and release it down. This time, look over toward the left. Now, place your head in natural spine alignment. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Curl those toes under, and let's take it back to downward facing dog. Now, this time, we're going to step forward, left, right. And then slowly take it up, one vertebrae at a time. Again, making sure your head is the last to rise. Rotate your shoulders, drawing down and back. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive your body forward. Place your palms down flat, walk your feet out toward the edges of the mat, and then release your tailbone down toward the mat. Take your hands and clasp them together. Bring them to heart center, and go ahead and bow your head down to Malasana. And go ahead and extend some gratitude. And then release the palms down. Take them behind you, and then slowly start to transition yourself into a comfortable seated position, facing to the front. Make sure that you're on your sits bones and off the fleshy part of your bottom. Sitting up nice and tall, your chest is lifted. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, release the fingertips down toward the mat. Again, nice deep breath, inhaling. And exhaling. One more time, nice deep Ujjayi breath. This time we're going to bring in all that positive energy. We're going to bring our hands together at the very top. As we exhale, we're going to release the palms down to the heart center. And we say, Namaste. All right, thank you for practicing yoga. This brings us to the third and final exercise of the morning. This is where we're going to be doing a meditation. All right, so in this meditation, what you're going to be doing, it's a 2-minute meditation, and you're going to be breathing as you normally would without adjusting your breath and manipulating it in any shape, form, or fashion for 2 minutes. You're going to count your exhales, and anytime if you become distracted by either outside noises or internal noises known as thoughts, you're just going to first acknowledge the distraction, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your attention back to your breath, and then continue counting, but you're going to start all over with a count of 1. Okay, so for example, you're just going to be breathing as you normally would. Count your exhales. And at any time, let's say you get up to number 3, you remember there's something that you need to do. Go ahead and acknowledge what it is that you need to do. And then bring your attention back to your breath. Continue counting, but you start all over with the count of 1. Now again, before you do anything, make sure that you're centered, grounded, and aligned. And generally when you do that one time, you don't have to, but sometimes you become unaligned. So again, I do this for each segment because if you're just now joining me for just a meditation, I want to make sure that you do center, ground, and align yourself by taking those 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. You also want to set an intention, what it is that you want to accomplish. A good intention for this meditation is for you to maintain your focus for the entire 2 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your mouth. One more time, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And this time as you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes. And begin counting. right, go ahead, release, relax, return, refreshed, and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. Thank you for taking the time to meditate with me, and also thank you for taking your time to watch this Transform Yourself in 15 minutes. Guys, please share this information with your family and your friends. I appreciate you doing that. I hope you have a great day today, and your word for today is do. Okay, do. So I want you to have a day filled with action. So go ahead and do it. All right, so see you same time tomorrow. Bye.